then. So, we've got a little bit of a bonus piece here before we get started on what we were planning to do today, because I kind of booked myself into a corner a little bit here. In part current booking, in part future booking, that I realized in hindsight was going to be a problem. I also don't know why the music just kind of gave up on me, but one problem at a time. So don't worry about that. But this is Zodiac Mountain. Y'all know I love my deck building roguelikes, and well, more of that. It does seem like it has its own little unique twists on it, but we'll have to see that as we go, because I've not done that much with this. It is worth noting two things. One, this is the demo of the game, and two, even though it's a demo, I was still provided a key for it by the devs through the service Lurkit, so bear that in mind. And of course, as usual, here is the link if anybody's interested. I will be popping that up again when the segment ends, because we are only going to be spending a short bit of time on this, both because it's a demo and because we've got a lot to get to today. So bear that all in mind, and I'll discuss things about what we're doing later when we get to that, so we don't detract from what we're doing right now. The only other thing to note is I may be getting up during ads a little bit more today, because it has been raining a lot, and I want to check on a couple things while it's raining. Make sure we don't have any problems. Don't anticipate a big deal out of that, but just stating that as another caveat right off the top. But with all that said and done, as you can see, not too much in the way of audio and graphics settings, but it doesn't really need them. Let's get in there and see how this is. So we have a relic choice at the start, but we only have the one choice at the moment. We have the Celestial Bamboo that'll heal us for 4 on respites, which I'm assuming are going to be rest sites? That would make the most sense. Okay, we have 12 turns for this fight. Now, the weird thing about this is you'll notice 2 sets of cards. They are both mine. This is my entire hand here, split in half. Because you have to balance your channeled energy here in order to be able to do anything. So say this costs 2, I need to use 2 things on this side in order to then be able to pay for aggressive punch. At least that's what I recall from when I had done the tutorial in the past. It is worth noting that unfortunately, because of a scheduling mistake on my part, it has been a little bit since I did the tutorial, because I originally planned to do this a bit ago. And unfortunately, time just didn't line up, so things are the way they are. We'll just go ahead and generate some energy. And then aggressively punch. You can see what their moves are going to be there. Now we have 1 energy left we can spend on either another punch or a block. Considering the amount of damage coming our way, we're going to go ahead and guard. And unfortunately, we cannot afford to use this punch, so we have to end our turn. Now, bear in mind how much health this thing has, too. Also, you can actually see what their next action is going to be. That's what this wheel is turn by turn, that's their actions. Oh, right, Respite is during a battle, so I'll heal 4 when those cycle around. Okay. Now, you'll notice we didn't actually draw that much. We kept the punch we didn't use, and we drew 2 cards, 1 on each side. So we can go ahead and gain some block from this one, but unfortunately we don't gain any energy from it. So this turn's just kind of done. Okay, when it reaches half health, it'll also stop my turn and shriek at me. Love that for me. We'll block its attack entirely, though, so we can kind of just bide our time here a little. Thanks to the respite, we now have a full hand again. We obviously are going to use Flexible because it doesn't cost me anything to use that, and that'll deflect the guarded claw they're using. We can heal for 1 with aggressive punch, so we may as well do that. So we're already at full health, so maybe I should have held that. It's fine. Flexible is free, so we'll go ahead and slap with that. We could commit to just using our whole hand here, but remember, we only draw so much, so we have to be kind of careful what we use, which is an interesting dynamic. I don't entirely know how I personally feel about it, but I do like it as an idea. I'm just a very aggro player, and this kind of stalls your aggro a bit. So there's a balance point there. Okay, so your skill is based on how well you do in the fight. So every turn left on the timer up there, how much damage we take, or in this case, specifically taking no damage is worth points, and obviously defeating the enemy. So I guess the lowest amount you can get, I guess, would be if you fail to kill it and the 12 turns end, you get 0. And your minimum for success is 3, because you'd at least get the defeating an enemy, but it would have to be on turn 12 for you to get only 3. Okay. That makes a degree of sense. If I hit it again, it's going to scream at me. But I'd rather have the end of a turn interrupted than the beginning of a new turn, so we'll go ahead and cause that to happen. Oh, it gets all of its health back when it does that. Wait. If it keeps doing that, then how do I win this fight, then? That doesn't make sense. Like, do I have to just set up to a point where I can just take it out from half health in one blow? 'Cause that's about the only thing I can think of. Under circumstances like that. Let's go and block that hit and wait. So we got respite coming up again, so... Which, under the circumstances of having that respite coming up, I may as well commit to the bit this turn. Because biding my time's not gonna help anything here. And you can't bank any key. Okay, so we've got our aggressive punch again. We have flexible again, which we're obviously going to use. Yeah, the second we hit this thing again, it's going to just scream at me. Which is a problem. And use both of those. Like, I guess the logical idea here is I block twice to take care of all the damage we're gonna take, and then I just hit it, which causes it to shriek again. Okay, no, it only shrieks once. Okay. The fact that the enraged thing was still there made it seem like it was going to be able to scream again, which was gonna be an issue. I'm just gonna take the hit here and just bide my time. Because the problem is I need more attacking cards, and I just don't have them. There we go. I really do like flexible because it's a free hit. Okay, so we got 6 skill out of that. It's not the best we could have done, but it's not terrible. Take the money. Reveal 3 cards. I like this one. Salvage. Discard 1 card, draw 4, deplete 1. It's removed from the deck when it's depleted, so you gotta bear that in mind. Perfected Punch. Deal 0 damage. Punch cards played, get +2 damage. The way that's laid out is a little weird. Punch card played, it equals +2 damage. Wait. Does that mean this gets 2 damage from a punch card, or is it that all other punch cards get 2 damage? I'm assuming this gains damage based on punch cards being used. But is it this? I'm gonna assume it's at all, since it doesn't say this turn on it. And we got some gauze. Heal 3, deplete 2. And I can choose one of them. Well, I'm taking that perfected punch. This is the only one that doesn't deplete out of the choices. And the other side of it will be the draw. And then we get 2 of whatever those things are. So we got a fight or an event. Let's go ahead and hit the event. That was a little bit loud. Place of refuge and contemplation among the chaos of the mountains. The shrine is clean and well kept. The attentively harmonious colors and neat arrangement of ritual artifacts is a deliberation of unity and purpose within the bleeding edges of nature. So we can rob it to get 30 coins, pray to get 10 max health, or offer 10 coins. Let me go ahead and lower the music a little bit. Apparently, that setting wasn't low enough. Because sometimes it just gets really aggressive. I don't really feel like getting the 10 coins here is, the 30 coins here is a good idea. Let's take the 10 max health. You fold your palms and lower your head at the carefully sculpted god in front of you. Is at the rate we were taking damage in that other fight, more health seems prudent. Okay, so we got a cat with butterfly eyes going on here. It's gonna disorient me. Both fight. Both turns is gonna disorient me. Lovely. Love that for me. Okay, so let's see if we learn how this works, shall we? So we guard, we punch. Yep, now it deals 2 damage, so that is exactly how that works. Kind of figured. Now I'm assuming this is only removed from the deck for the combat, since this is still here. And we do want to get our strength boost in early, so we'll just go for it. And just hope for the best on next turn's draw. I hard committed there because it didn't have any attacks. Shuffle 1 disoriented into player's deck every 2 turns. Okay, love that for me. Just keep punching you. Because we've got to be fast because of the turn timer up there. So he definitely hits hard. Oh good, I just got a handful of disorient. Okay, so I assume abandon means that they get, like, removed entirely. We got double flexible, so I could just hit him for free and clean out the bonuses he's got going on. We are not drawing, like, any of our guards, but I guess that's just gonna have to be okay. We'll just keep hitting him. We're already down half health, so it's not terrible. Okay, they are stunned now. We can swing out another aggressive punch while they're stunned, so sure. Whammo. We've got 7 turns left so far. Their guard's up again, though. Oh, if damage to health is taken, the next action is interrupted. Well, I don't have anything to deal damage to them with, so I'm just gonna hold this turn because they're not attacking either. Thankfully, we win this turn, so we're good. We get 6 points from the turn count, so we get our best possible reward. And we do you mean no damage taken? That doesn't seem correct. Ah, ink is what I've been collecting up there. Reveal 4 cards. Reveal that one, that one, that one, and which one of these two? That one. So we've got backup plan. Gain 8 shield, add plan B to the discard pile, disappear. Disappear, I presume, is the same as banishing. Which, I guess abandon just is the sign for it disappearing on its own out of your hand, then, at the end of a turn? Hopefully... Oh no, this does have tooltips, it just didn't do it on the other one for some reason. Yeah, remove from the deck after being played. Key punch. Deal X damage. Damage equals double cost. That could be pretty good. Duelist punch. Deal 4 damage. Combo punch, deal it twice. Combo duelist punch, deal it thrice. That's a really good one. I definitely want that. And reckless swing. Deal 8, take 2, deplete 2. Well, we're taking that, and we'll gain 1 strength with the other side of the duelist punch. I'm feeling the backup plan, even though it costs 2. I'm curious about what plan B is going to be. And we'll go ahead and take the card draw again. So we got an event and a seal merchant. Let's see what the merchant's got. Why is that fanfare bit there so loud? Like, no matter what I do with the audio. So, reduced key cost of Yang card by 1, increased damage dealt by 4, or increased shield amount gained by 6. I'm not sure. I think this is the yin side? Oh, reducing cost is still important. So we'll buy that. Oh, it's only for 1. That explains a lot. And yeah, it is this side, is the yang side. Well, reducing the cost on our strength increases seem like a good idea. We can just do that for both of them. There we go. Now our aggressive punches only cost 1. Our economy is way better now. Go ahead and just go get into another fight. Why not? See more of the enemy designs. I don't mean to alarm you, but it would appear that your foot is on backwards, friend. Just gonna leave you to it. Now you'll notice this side of the card also still has the mark on it, so they are the same card. That was something I was curious about. You're gonna steal 2 cards from me, so I may as well spend my hand so you can't steal from me then. I won't be able to spend it all, but I'll be able to spend a good amount of it. In fact, yeah, actually we'll just hit him twice and he can have the perfected punch, because he doesn't have any punches. So him having perfected punch doesn't help him, logically. Unless every punch I use makes it stronger, in which case that's a problem. But I have put myself in a disadvantage on actions here, but thankfully the respite fixes that. All of my aggressive punches went into the mana side. No! That's the opposite of what I would want. Oh, and he's gonna hit really hard. Oh, interesting. So if I hit him, he becomes stunned. Excellent. I do really like that. The fact that you can actually, like, counter some of their moves. And he did drop the card he stole. So I was assuming he was gonna use the cards he stole, but I think he just keeps me from using them. He's currently stunned, so I could wait. See what I draw on the next turn. 'Cause he's also gonna throw down a lot of damage next turn. Yeah, I think we hold. Backup plan. No idea where plan B ended up, but that's fine. I could block a little bit more, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and punch him here. Because we need to start moving his health bar along or we're just going to lose. He's gonna steal so much from me here. Yep, because of course he stole the duelist punch. I knew it. I knew I was losing that there. He wasn't gonna be able to take both the guards. Okay, plan B ended up over here. Flexible attacks for free. Okay, the perfected punch retains its bonuses over time as well. So that's actually really good. Let's go ahead and hit him with one more regular punch. And then hit him with the perfected. There we go, that's some good damage clocked in. We'll take 6 here, that's fine. This way I can bank that in case something goes wrong. I was worried I wasn't going to draw an attack this turn. And to be able... Oh? He should have gotten stunned there. Huh. Oh, never mind. Apparently I don't understand how that works. Maybe there's a threshold for it that I don't recognize. You can't steal what I don't got, buddy. Okay, there's the perfected punch. We'll just win here. Ow! The money, the ink. Deal 3. Aggressive punch. Fire starter. Apply to burn. Apply for burn instead if target is not burning. And another perfected punch. Let's go ahead and grab fire starter. And we'll gain 1 strength on the other side of it. That seems very useful. Okay, it's the cat again. We're basically going to play this out till the first ad break or the demo ends, whichever one happens first. That seems like the best idea I could possibly have for this. This way, during the ad break, I can switch over to the other one. Without anybody missing anything important. And set you on fire. Okay, so they burn and then lose half the stacks. That's perfectly fine. Deal free damage. And we're just gonna wait. We are getting hurt a lot, but there's not much I can do about that, considering I had no blocks. I forgot about the respite again, though. I keep timing it just wrong with when those respites happen. So I should have just committed before. It's fine. I don't know why I just spent that. Well, so we'll spend the other side just so it doesn't go to waste. Yeah, because he's stunned this turn, so it's fine. We just wait this turn out. There's our duelist punch. I would like to wait until I have more of an attack for that. This does unfortunately mean I'm not going to get to stun him, and he's going to do piercing damage, so I can't even block that next turn. And even if I duelist punched, I wouldn't be able to get through their guard. Fucking respite again! Respites are actually like a negative for me half the time, I swear. Because again, I'm a very aggro player in these kind of games, but as soon as I'm presented with this, I have to play the opposite of how I would normally, and I'm overcorrecting. A very odd scenario to find myself in. I can't do anything with this. I can wave it over his head and be mad at him about it. Ah, that's about all I can do with that. Hitting him right now is pointless because I won't even get through his guard. So we'll just wait. Draw replacement. Discard one, draw one doesn't really help us here. Actually, we do still get the energy, so we'll try. God damn it. That backfired. Well, guarding doesn't matter here because he's just going to pierce through it anyway. So we'll clock some damage. This way we're in position, hopefully, as soon as we draw an attacking card. Or to win this fight. Oh, he does have his guard up. Of course he does. Thankfully, we can raise our strength enough that we can punch through that anyway. So it made it work. Not really as well as I could have, because I'm still misplaying like crazy, but it's fine. Rummage, affected punch, and guarded punch. Guarded punch would be very nice. Rummage is also very good though, because it's card draw. So I'm obviously going to take the card draw. And we'll apply freeze with it. Why not? His card draw should help dig me out of the hole I've put myself in constantly. Okay, so let's see. We got the tri-point spear. Every third attack pierces. Red sash heals you for 2 when you get hit. Pagoda, can't read all of it because it's just off screen. Same with the Golden Cudgel. At the end of each turn, deal 1 damage for each 2 cards played that turn. And this one applies 1 weak and 1 vulnerable to enemies. I had to really like lean in to be able to read the top half of the text there to read that. Ooh, when next 3 actions are performed, add a random jab card to your hand. Sure, wouldn't buy that. Lazy Guard, gain 8 block, decrease this card's block by 1 for this combat. So essentially, 8 blocks later it does nothing. That's still not terrible, though. Very heavily dependent on what the other side of the card ends up being, though. Convert your existing block to an attack is fun, but I don't have enough blocks right now for me to really go for that. Ambitious Flurry is an idea, because it does 6 damage. But with all the strength I have, that'll actually do really well. So we'll go ahead and take that. And sure, we'll take Lazy Guard too, why not? This game seems like it would actually benefit from us having a decent amount of cards. We don't actually get to know what the other side of those is. We don't actually get to pick that, which is interesting. Okay, you're a turtle with some kind of, like, tombstone on his back. Okay, good for you. Let's guarding straight away. And it will revive 1 time and become stronger. Love that for him. And his shields don't expire. Also love that for him. I don't really have any attacks here. Like, my perfected punch doesn't work without any other punches. So I kind of have to just sit here and let him do his thing. Okay, he's gonna convert all of his shield to an attack, so I need to guard this turn. So that'll block all the damage he's throwing my way. So we'll go ahead and throw the aggressive punch in there as well. Which does count as a punch card because it is one. But we do less damage for a little while, so that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and aggressive punch to get some health back, and do flurry of jabs. Fire starter? Oh, end of turn, right. I thought I was gonna get 2 jabs there. Oh! They're not all in the same turn. Okay, so this turn I'll get defensive jab, and then I'll get power jab next turn. Deal 1 damage 3 times, disappear. Because I'm still weakened, that it's not gonna do more than that. It's crouching this turn, so if I did both of those, it would not help. So I might just wait and let it charge at me. Just build up my hand a bit. Ooh, Lazy Guard gives me 1 strength. Alright. So that'll be 9 damage from the speed jab. And 3 damage, 3 block from defensive jab. So let's just rip right through your shield. Hit you with a defensive jab. Yeah, those are jabs, not punches, so that doesn't count for that. Kinda figured. Hit you with the ambitious flurry. Like, I'm gonna take a lot of damage here, but I got a lot of work done in exchange. I think that's fine. Because my only other cards are expensive to use, so we're just gonna have to take that. Unfortunately, our power jab did get respited away. Let's get rid of the hazy card. The amount of debuff cards that have popped up is very unfortunate. But on the bright side, we can actually break his crouch this turn. So will allow us to deflect his limp to charge. So let's not attack again this turn. We'll go ahead and use our Duelist Punch to raise our strength, which I should have done before, but I didn't realize it was there. Okay, this is fine. So, power jab. Get the stun, and I think we're actually gonna just chill here for a second and see what our next card looks like. Also, we have 18 turns for this fight instead of 12. I wonder. If I send that, and then I do this. Okay, it just discards from that side instead. I kind of assumed as much on that one, but I needed to learn. Get another strength, and hit for 7. Thing is, I burnt out my whole hand, but the respite will get us a fresh hand, so this works out perfectly for us. Because we're gonna win part 1 here. There you go. Oh, it draws a fresh hand when it revives as well. Interesting. If I had known that was going to be a turn interrupt, I would have actually played out some more stuff beforehand. But that's fine. This hand's actually good because it gives me more strength. Our strength is built up really high. Unfortunately, all of my cards are on the wrong side right now. Okay, I didn't lose the one I wanted to use, so that's okay. Because we want to break his guard down so he doesn't shield slam us. So first we'll aggressive punch. And then we'll ambitious flurry. I would love to flurry of jabs here, but this is gonna do so much damage, it's hard to argue with. And now they can't shield slam at all because they have no slam to slam with. They are probably gonna still weaken me, which is annoying, but that's fine. I really should keep those hazies in such a round so that I can discard them with backup plan, thinking about it. But, you know, there's lots of hindsight moments in this game so far. Deal 9 damage for free. And we just kill here. Oh. So 6 turns left over. That's not half bad. We could have done better. What do you mean no damage taken? I absolutely was taking damage throughout that. I don't understand how the no damage taken thing works. I don't think it is working. Key punch, plotted pummel, fire starter, and eeny meeny miny this one. Another perfected punch. I'm liking the idea of plotted pummel. Play 3 punch type cards from your draw pile. Also a green, which is interesting. I'm assuming that's a rarity indication, since we had those silver bordered ones in the shop that were quite powerful. Let's go ahead and have this apply freeze as well. And our other card will be another fire starter. This one will draw a card. That seems like a good idea under the circumstances. We got a lot of ink, so let's hit up the Seal Merchant. Let's see. It's the same things, just in a different order. Let's increase the shields gained on Lazy Guard, so it takes longer before it becomes useless. Reduce the cost of Flurry of Jabs, so that'll be free to use. Increase the damage dealt. Oh, I can't increase the damage of Ambitious Flurry. Come on! Come on. It's fine. Just make this aggressive punch hit harder. I can, however, make it cost nothing. Which is probably just gonna be my whole play here, is just make a lot of my cards cost nothing. So I don't have to fight the mechanics as hard as I have been. We'll make the plotted pummel cost 1 though, because cost 2 is difficult for me. Need to work around. And now back to the thing we fought the first time, except it has 60 health instead of 24. So they really expect you to scale hard in this, it seems. Yep, free strength. This is not a great starting setup here, necessarily. Yep, just commit to the bit. Yeah, we're gonna end up swapping things around anyway, so we'll just go ahead and take the other strength. Take the L on the hit. Because we'll get healed by the respite anyway, so it's as if that attack didn't happen. I can guarantee myself that strength increase. Got a decent amount of cards in the draw pile, so plotted pummel is worth using right now. Apply a freeze. Now, beat him up. Punch. Punch. Perfected punch. Yes! Oh, and it seems like it bypassed the enrage. Interesting. Or not. I can't... I broke it. I can't do anything. You can hear me clicking. Nothing's happening. Bug report. I hit it too hard. Bug report. I broke the game. Let's see if there's a resume, I guess. Nope, there's only new game. I had to throw that run because it broke. You know... That's not ideal. Well, we'll give it a little bit more time. See what we end up picking up on this attempt. It's a real shame that it froze up like that, and I hope they add a resume feature in the full game. It's a demo right now, so I can't be too mad about it not having a resume feature right now. But that is something these games should have, because it's a matter of, unless your runs are really, really short, you don't know what your player base is going to be doing in their lives and everything. So you don't want to just expect them to have to play a full run out to completion every time they start the game, is most people probably aren't going to have the time under normal circumstances. But of course, you know, it depends on what audience you're aiming for, of course. That there's some variance there. Yep, there's your shriek. There's your full heal. Block that, hit you. Go ahead and just hit you again, since we're blocking all of the damage you're gonna do for the most part. We're gonna go into respite next turn, so we'll go ahead and just hit you with the slammer. There you go. Like, now that I'm starting to get the flow of this a little bit more, it's moving a little smoother. I have mixed feelings about the mechanics, like I was talking about before. I do think that this is interesting, but it really depends on if you're invested in the way this balances. And of course, I'm sure there's ways as you go to break past the way the mechanics work, to be able to be more aggressive than I was at the start, because, you know, we saw later on that I became capable of being quite aggressive later on. Oh, was one of those not worth any... God damn it, flexible. The plan was just to kill there, and it didn't work. There we go. Let's finish that job. Fairly similar to our first go-around, but with only so many cards in your starting set, there's only so much you can change about how your starting plays go. Ooh, Bulwark. Rest of combat block is kept between turns. Or enraged, lose 1 health, gain 2 strength, deplete 1. We're gonna go ahead and take Bulwark, and we'll have it apply freeze. Getting a green right off the rip is nice. I would say that makes up for it. We'll take the event. It's the shrine again. We'll go ahead and pray again then. I wonder if I had taken that second event in the other run, whether it would have been a shrine again or not. Well, he's not attacking this turn. Let's go ahead and get our Bulwark up, because that'll help for all of those times that I forget that shields go away between rounds and I waste a bunch of shields. And hit you for free. No, we'll hold the free hit till next turn, actually. We'll just go ahead and let you hit me, because I don't have any blocking anyway. Oh wait, no. God, brain, why? I did that thing again where I don't count correctly. Because the thing is, I keep thinking that the one that's blinking is the one I'm going to next, not the one I'm on. So I keep throwing. And it's so embarrassing. I didn't get you stunned. Then I don't need to use my guard. This hand sucks. Like, it's great for blocking, but it's useless because he's just gonna pierce my block anyway. But I may as well use it all because I have Bulwark and we're gonna hit Respite, so... I'm just annoyed because he's gonna just pierce right through all that block we have stacked up. Go for the aggressive punch. Like, I can't say I've seen a balancing act quite like this in one of these kind of games. At least not in recent memory. Like, I cannot think of one that's had me need to balance quite like this. There we go. I knew I'd pierce through because of the strength increase, so it was worth doing that. Even though it may not have seemed like it would be worth doing that. I should have built up the guard because Respite was coming up. I'm gonna keep getting got by the Respite. Like, that's just how this is going to be. Thankfully, this is gonna bounce off my block, so there's nothing to worry about here. Just hold the energy for any other attacks I get. Like, being able to just build up a bunch of block with Bulwark is very nice, because it saves me energy in the long run. As it stands here, I'm just gonna Bulwark up some more, instead of attacking him. We are taking way too long to win this fight, though. But we also drew, like, nothing that could attack him, so we were just kind of hosed on that. In fact, we're just hosed in general because we drew 2 flexibles. There's just straight up no way I can kill this turn. That's unfortunate. Oh, you just lose in that scenario. Yikes. So you could be in a perfectly winning situation, but if you lose to the timer, you just lose. Yikes. Got mixed feelings about that idea. Like, I think if the run just continues and you don't get a reward, that would be reasonable. But just losing the run straight up just because you end up having a bad draw, and you are not even dead, you just can't kill them that turn. That's... I don't know about that. Because I feel like this is currently in a divided state of mind. It wants to promote aggressive play by having the timer, but because of the way the card drawing and the energy system of this works, it does not promote aggressive play. So you're caught in between the two halves of the game design here. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Like, clearly, as the run progresses, it smooths out, but the early game of it right now doesn't quite flow. Just take, for example, we changed one card, and we ended up not being able to finish that fight, basically. Like, I fumbled a little bit, but I didn't fumble that significantly. Because the main things I didn't end up doing was adding more guard. Though I did miss one hit, which I guess is what would have made the difference at the end there. But if it's that tight right off the top, that might need a little bit of tweaking. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Also, the audio is losing its mind again. Stop that. Like, it just seems to kind of forget the settings occasionally. Seemed like it forgot it when I clicked out, which is weird. We're not gonna get another full run unless things go horribly wrong going in a third time. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it there and just jump to what we were normally gonna do. Because y'all have seen what you're gonna see with this, I think. I'll go ahead and pop that link up again if what you saw interested you. There it is. That was Zodiac Mountain. It's got interesting ideas. I don't have anything against it. I just have mixed feelings about their approach, personally. Just to be honest with all of y'all about that one. But I do now need to adjust everything, so you're just gonna have to bear with me a moment here.